Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 2B2T. Tab check. Haha. 523 players. All right. So we've been very busy. We've got one primary project on this video that we'll do here in a moment, but I also wanted to share some cool news. So LZ Go found a nice stash. Now, most of it is all gear, but there was some other stuff in it as well. But really cool. I see somebody's been taking some of the stuff, which is fine and good. A lot of it, like, I mean, look, what are you ever going to do with this many chest plates, right? But hey, we got it. So that was cool. And then I made a trade. So thank you very much. A lot of people have reached out, both from seeing the videos as well as from the 2B2T Reddit page. But anyways, Legendary Killstreak reached out and wanted to do a trade. He offered up 52 shulkers of ender chests. And we now have them. We did a trade where we gave rockets, totems, a lot of basalt because he needed it for a build project, black wool for banners, you name it. But now we have, just in this right here, there's like 750,000 obsidian once we break this. So between that and Winter 2's donation of obsidian, we are good to go on setting up the structure of our mega project. But today, yes, today, what are we doing? We're going to fix this. So right now you could see, well, this one's completely full. And what we did is that we completely, oh, this one's partially full. So we've got some of these, so yeah, blah, 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 I can't speak. We know that the farm has an issue. And the issue is that it gets backed up. And so organizing things, right now we've got everything going into everything, which is fine, but it makes it a mess. Plus we have most of the farm up above is out of shears. And we traded a poop ton of our black, so we're short on black again. And then there's other colors that we have hardly anything of. Except for light blue. For some reason we have tons of light blue. I'm going to have to go up and figure out why we have so much light blue. I thought I only had one thing. I mean, there's a light blue. I thought we only had one level. Because we've tried to, while there's a mix in some, most of them, as you can see, are very, set up. Like, okay, so this one has one light blue and then some teal. A couple light blue, I should say. Yellows, more teals. Where's the light blue coming from? Is it this one? I can't tell on this one because they are all sheared, and it's the last level. Up top, I mean, we've got orange and red, so maybe it's this level, but this level is also out of shears. I know that. Huh. It's dark blue. That's the teal. Maybe light blue sheep just create their wool better. You can tell which levels are out of shears and not being sheared. I mean, there's a couple light blue there and there, but that's just on the corners. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Anyways, we have tons of light blue. But we're going to fix this. So I discussed in a previous episode of how we can do it. It's going to take a little bit of work. One of the things we need to do is make some room. Get back there. And I'm not going to do all of this on camera. This is kind of like a project that's going to take some time, just like building the original sheep farm. Oh, whoops, I broke that hopper, but that's all right. We can break this chain. We're going to replace them anyways. We won't need the sorter when we're done. So what we're going to do, and I'll kind of show... We're going to connect each level with a chest. And then we're going to go back and make sure that each level only has one color. And then we're going to set up a shear box on every level too. So we won't need this system here, which will help clean up down below too, as far as, you know, opening up that hall. And we got to set this up. Now the trick is we need room. The bottom one is fairly easy. So, you know, for example, this bottom level here, well, we've got a mix of colors, so we're going to have to sort the colors, but technically this should be white is what we should do. Which means we need to turn off the shears, we need to get everything set, and then the white one is really easy because all we will need to do is we've already got it all hooked up, but we will take these and come into one. Probably, where's my hoppers? Probably right here or so. And we'll have this level come out from right here. Instead of going down, these won't go into it. This level will go directly into this, and then this will go directly in to the white chest. Now, we're not going to do hoppers throughout the whole thing. Because that's a lot of hoppers and it can create a lot of lag. So see, actually we don't even need to do that, we just need to go down. So there's the white chest, right? So we just need to make this first white chest, and this is only for the couple bottom levels. They're just going to come straight in to this here with the white chest. So just to give an example, let's move that, get rid of those, get rid of this one. We'll obviously have to change. So it's at that level. Alright, cool, we can do that. So this will connect directly in to the white chest on both sides. We're gonna have to, definitely a lot of work here. I want to get this done because obviously we could trade with it, potentially, for the people that want to make banners and don't have massive farms and all of that stuff. And then I'm sure at some point someone's going to want to build with it. So we're going to want to set that up. So this level's easy because it's just the bottom, right? So that's that level it goes through. But the others, I don't want to do lots of hoppers. Now this second level I can do hoppers, and potentially the third one I could do hoppers. But then going up all that distance with a hopper chain for each level that comes out further and further as we go this way. I don't know. My other option is that at the bottom I set up off to the side, it would have to be off to the side. I set up a hopper, I make a tunnel. I'll have my shovel on me. That goes straight up to the level, and then I put a dropper. So I would have like this level here, it would come out to like here, feed directly into a dropper, and it just spits it into a tube that just shoots the wool straight down. Which one is less laggy? Each dropper will have its own timer clock on it, so that creates a little bit of lag, and we have quite a few clocks around the base. But it reduces all the hoppers, right? We don't have any problem with hoppers. We can make as many hoppers as we want. We have unlimited hoppers. So that's not the problem. It's just I don't want the base to be too laggy. Anyways, let me work on this a little bit and come up with a design, because I also want on each level to hook up all of the dispensers to a single source of truth. No, a single source of shear replacements. So, you know, which means I need to create a hopper chain for all of the what is there? There's 12 dispensers on each level. With a chest, so that I only have to come and fill up a double chest on each level full of shears to keep the farm maintained. Yay me! This is going to be exciting. But anyways, we'll be right back once I figure out what I'm going to do. All right, welcome back. We have completed our work. In fact, we'll just go into FreeCam and take a look. So, you can already see that there's a difference here. We have a bunch of hoppers. We went for the hopper route. So we do have a hopper chain going down. I mean, this is massive. It's, at least for me, there's no lag. So I'm assuming we're okay. But anyways, it's all sorted out. The last little one does have a sorter on it, which is right here, just these three. And that's for the pink, magenta, and purple, because those are shared in here. Then the second thing we did, excuse me while we zoom through, is we went through every single level and we made sure there's only one sheep in each section, and they're all the same color. So that was fun. We did that. And then we put on a filler system. You can see it here where we have the chest that fills the dispensers. Now there is still an issue in that it's only running these dispensers. You can see which ones based on the shearing. And the reason is because, see, this one we had to build around it, so that's why we have the awkward hoppers here. But you have to remember, come into the inside, there we go. We have levers here powering the outside rails, and they're next to this hopper line, and so it causes the hopper to lock, which means that none of the replacement shears can get to these outside ones. And we didn't even hook up these simply because, well, if we put hoppers here to get to this, this would just drain wool into it. Now, I could take this hopper line, drop it down, and take these two cobble out, and then connect it directly into the side of this dispenser and this dispenser. And I could even get to this well, yeah, I could get to this dispenser because I'd have to come out, over, and then in. But the problem, yeah, you know, that's a lot of extra hoppers just to get 3 dispensers going, and we'd still have the same issue in that we would end up locking it. Now, I can fix the locks. I could come in here, tear out like this rail and that rail and that rail and that rail, and put a redstone block right here in the middle and take the lever off. Now, of course, that means that for each level, I'd have to break in, I'd have to stop the minecart, put the redstone in, then replace the minecart, potentially, because, you know, it's running back and forth really quickly. Yeah. It'll be a lot of extra work. So we may do that in the future, but for right now, you can see we filled all these double chests and all of the hoppers up with shears. We used a bunch of iron, which isn't a problem because we have the mega farm. Well, it's not mega, but we have the large farm there. And we did that all the way down. And of course, we took out the sorting system here because it is just linked into the hopper chain. Pretty impressive. And goes into each color. And then we went through all of the chests and all of the back hoppers and made sure that everything is aligned, and we're good. Now, we do have a couple problems that'll pop up, and that's this light blue, the dark blue, and the teal, and eventually black. But for some reason, we have poop tons of light blue. I mean, no, I emptied some of these so that there's room, and we only have one level now with 1 sheep in each stall, so it'll take longer to fill. I don't know why we have so much light blue. because we have light blue there. We have a bunch of light blue in these chests, a bunch in these chests, and then we have this whole thing full of light blue and this whole thing of light blue. I don't know how we got so much light blue. I don't remember dyeing that many sheep, but we do. Now, the question is, it's not a big deal if we have the right trader. One of these guys that will accept light blue. And it doesn't look like it. So it looks, I gotta unlock them. So we need white and black, black, and dark gray. Well, it shouldn't be a problem. I still have to clean up this mess. I just noticed that we have all this mess in here. Mud and all kinds of other stuff. Black. Black. Oh, that's obsidian. What are you doing in there? White. All right, let's see if I can let's see if we can unlock these guys a little bit further. And maybe one of them will buy light blue from me. I'm probably not going to be in luck. I might have to bring in a new villager and just constantly re-roll them until I get someone with the light blue capability. Do we have more? Dark gray. I mean, we have tons of dark gray below, but I'll have to go get it. What can we... I don't need yellow. I mean, eventually I'll need shears to fill up the chests again. We might as well. I just need to see if I can get these guys unlocked, right? Okay, let's see if that unlocks you. You want to give me blue carpet. That's kind of worthless. And beds. What am I going to do with beds? Right? I guess I can trade more white. But probably not, because typically, I think you'll only get to trade the wool for emeralds in the top couple slots, right? Isn't that usually how it goes? And we've got them already cheap, but we could trade red dye for emeralds. Yeah, go for it. I mean, we have endless supply of red dye with our iron golem. Is it you? Yeah. That's gonna be an easy trade. I need to like make a daily task list for people in town as we, you know, join up and get more people and all that good stuff, and say, hey, if you're around and you have nothing to do, spend 15 minutes trading with villagers for M's. I know this is 40 apiece, but I'm just trying to get him unlocked to the next level here. Guys, we're not going to do it unless we buy beds. What did you unlock? White banners. That's okay, but I mean, in the end, I really don't need what these guys provide me outside of wanting more emeralds, which is good. So we need like dark gray and stuff to trade. Not a problem. We'll go get some dark gray and black. But I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to re-roll and find someone that wants to buy light blue. And then we can slowly get rid of our light blue stock because we have so much. I mean, it's not a bad thing that we have a lot. Just to take a little bit of these. I also cleaned up all of this. Remember, we had all the chests here with LZ Goes stash find. So sorted all of that out. Put some stuff into the ender chest because it didn't need to be out, like the TNT as an example. I'm hesitant of keeping all the crystals in the base because you never know. We've got a poop ton of shulker shells because I took them out of all the kits, and then I changed the kits a little bit as far as what's in them. So we have all of these different kits that we can utilize. We have just all of the armor. My goodness, we have so much armor. And then some loose elements. And then we've got tools and weapons, pickaxes, and all of that stuff too. So saddles, elytras, more apples. Of course, I got more of this stuff in shulkers. More totems than we know what to ever do with. And then I spent time crafting up rockets as well to restock because, the last trade for the obsidian I made. Did I put that on a video? I don't know if I did. Anyways, we met up with Legendary Killstreak. Awesome dude. Thank you very much. And we traded for 52 shulkers of obsidian. And we traded totems and rockets. And we went to the nether and set up a beacon and mined like 9 shulkers of basalt. Because he needed basalt for a build. So decided, well, that's easy to do. Just set up a beacon and we can mine basalt. Simple enough, right? So we did that, and then met up and hurled back and forth, both of us, to complete, the trades and everything, because 52 shulkers worth, that's a large inventory, right? So that was a good trade. So between that, we even got black banners now. White and black banners, we can make endless banners of our design. We don't need the wool anymore. We'll just trade with villagers. I think the wool's faster just because it produces automatically. We don't have to do anything to get it. And then on our mega build, we've been making progress. So of course, we've got the underlayer of this side that I had completed. Thank you to Winter 2. He came in and did the underside of this all the way over. So we've got, except we finally ran out, so I need to go mine more just regular old stone and start smelting it into smooth stone. And then, of course, LZGO and Winter have been continuing the obsidian. What are you doing up there? As well. We still have to place obsidian in a lot of places. And then I started the base here. So you can see I've mapped out a giant circle. So this will be hollow. It'll go up to this level here, so we'll take it out again, and then it'll kind of cone in towards the center. And what we're gonna do is in this very center, I'm gonna put like I'll go deep underground and I'll put a massive beacon array so that we just have a whole slew of, I don't know, 9 or 12 beacons in a circle, the beams coming straight up in the middle, and then we'll cover this so that it looks like it's just burning and penetrating into the ground, like this giant ship is hovering above the ground and it's drilling into the core of the planet. So I mean that's the goal. And then of course on the underside of the rings here, so in these areas, there'll be a floor and there'll be structure all in this area. not in the circle, but in this area. And this is where there'll be the big, like fusion engines and stuff. So what I'm thinking is that there'll be one, two, three, one, three and three in each of these quarters. That'll be pointing down with blue flames coming down. I have an idea of how to do that using the soul soil and the actual blue flames and everything to make it look like it's going downwards. That's just not loading on the free cam. It's not missing. It's just not loading. So it looks like those are the giant engines holding this whole thing up. And then, of course, on this level here, this is our first level, right? So fairly high. There will be large hallways that go through this, and then above the fusion engines, we'll put in, well, the engines, and like maintenance, platforms and stuff, so you can maintain the engines. And we'll put in fuel tanks, and we'll probably use like dyed glass to make it look like, there's these giant tanks of, I don't know, red or blue liquid or whatever, right? So yeah, lots of plans. But anyways, between what Winter 2 has collected and what I have traded, and then LZ has donated as well, we basically have, like, for example, this is all what Winter 2 traded, minus some that he traded for, and then I have another double chest back at the base. And this is, or in here, maybe? I forget where. There's another chest around here full of even more shulkers. Excuse me. Shulkers of obsidian. But I mean, there's a lot. I counted it. We have close to 2.3 million obsidian once all of it is broken up. I'm assuming that's more than enough for this structure and the skeleton that I have to build. So cool. It's starting to come together, I mean, bit by bit by bit. And I appreciate the team members that are helping. They don't have to. This is my build, after all. But I appreciate their assistance. And we're just going to keep plugging at it, as well as base improvements and other structures as well. We do have a new member as well. He's not online right now, but we met up at spawn, provided a kit, elytra, shulkers of rockets and whatnot, so that he could travel here to the base. He powered through and got here in a day and a half or so. I know he has a pearl set up. That's Woodpecker. That's Winter 2. Here he is. It is underscore P3R. So he is now here with us in the base. Well, he was here for a little bit, and then he went stash hunting. So, but that is cool. We are continuing to grow. Anyways, do we have more smooth quartz, or not quartz, but stone? Well, we have some, but not much. We probably need to refuel this thing with lava. Chest is probably getting low. Then we need to go mine more stone with a silk touch so that we can go ahead and smelt it. Because, I mean, we're going to need even more. Oops, wrong one. We still got fuel in here. We're going to need even more of this than the obsidian, because this is covering, this is the base layer, covering the outside. I guess, is that all? Oh, there's a few more over here. Probably have tons of XP in these furnaces we can pull out if ever we need it. I thought about, like, going through the kits and renaming everything to the Fusionia kit armor. And recoloring the shulkers and all of that. And we need a lot of levels. I tried it out. It depends on where the kit came from. Like if it's one of the original, like an original duped kit from a long time ago, you can rename an armor set, a full, decked out armor set for like 4 XP points because it acts like a fresh item that's never been enchanted. But the kits, at least that I checked, wanted at least, anywhere from 12 or 8 to 16 XP levels to rename. So I figured, well, unless I had thousands of XP, it's not worth it. All right, so this is our next project. We found a skeleton spawner. I didn't even know it was there. I've mined out the sand and most of the sandstone to start getting to the stone layer. I'm going to be putting in a beacon. And then we're going to be mining a quarry here. But in the next episode, we're also going to do a little bit of decoration to make this a permanent looking quarry by hanging some cranes off the side and stuff. So that's our next video. So thank you for joining our mega ship thing. I've decided to call it the Oracle. I don't know why, but that's what it is. Is coming along. We'll obviously have to start doing some more of the actual decoration and cladding on the outside, so it's just not stones with torches. Instead, it's really nice and spawn proof and everything. At least on the base layer, we've got that design. Then we got to do the next layer, and the next layer, and the next layer, and the next layer, and the next layer. And then, of course, the inside. Woo! Gonna be fun. Thanks for joining, everybody. Take care.